Hello and welcome to the Big Shane Warrior Guide for level 19. Alright, so for pros and cons of the Warrior class at level 19, you're tanky because you have mail gear and you can wear a shield, so you're going to be pretty durable against hunters, rogues. You have very good matchups against druids, shamans, rogues. Well, lots of weapon choices. You have a big two-hander as in the Night Reaver, the Glacial Stone. You got the one-hander as in Shadow Fang, or Assassin's Blade, the dagger for good rage gen with Unbridled Wrath. You have Disarm and Interrupt. Say two shield options: Redbeard's Crest or Arctic Buckler. Uh, Downsides are you're gonna get dumpstered by any class that can heal other than Druid because you can interrupt and kind of out-sustain them because they don't have much damage. But you're gonna definitely lose to Priest. There's no way in hell you'll ever even come close to killing a Priest. Like a Priest can outlast you pretty much forever. Paladins you're gonna lose because even if you disarm it, they have healing and bubble and all that. Just basically, Paladins are honestly just a better warrior in this bracket. But Warrior does have some nice utility with disarm and hamstring spam, which is good for peeling. So the biggest pro of Warrior is their ability to peel for the stronger carry classes in organized PvP. And they're about mid pack, lower tier dueler, but they're definitely better than a lot of the other classes in duels.
You have two options for your helmet. First being the lucky fishing hat and the second being the green tinted goggles. I always go with the green tinted goggles since you want 150 engineering anyways as a twink, and the lucky fishing hat requires hours of fishing, which I simply don't have the patience for. The only enchant you should even consider is the plus 100 HP Librum of Constitution. For your neck, you'll want the Warsong Gold, Sentinel's Medallion, or the Scouts Medallion, depending on which faction you're playing. This is only obtainable in certain patches, and there's no other option. So if you don't have the rep or are not on the right patch to get this item, then leave the slot empty. For shoulders, the free Talbar Mantle is your best bet. These are obtained from completing the Wailing Caverns event and looting the glowing green shard from Mutinex the Devourer. The only enchant option is the GG enchant, although it's very tricky to get them on a low level character.
Moving on to the back slot, we have the Sentry Cloak. This is an expensive BOE item, but the stats provided are absurdly powerful. I would suggest enchanting this piece with Enchant Cloak Lesser Agility. For your chest, you'll want to pick up the Blackened Defias Armor. Although this may not be a male piece, you'll still never find anything even remotely close to the stat value provided by this item. Enchant it with a plus 4 stats if you're a rich boy, or a plus 3 stats if you're a boracic cheeky lad like myself. For your bracers, you can pick up the Beetle Clasps, which are obtained from an alliance quest called Researching the Corruption that requires you to enter Black Bottom Depths and obtain 8 corrupted brain stems. You will be going in here for your Biss Arctic Buckler anyways, but if you end up forgetting to do the chain, the Fortified Bracers of the Bear will be a nice alternative. Enchant these with plus 9 stamina. Your gloves will be the Bind Unequipped Thorbia's Gauntlets. Enchant these with 15 agility if you're on AQ patch or 7 strength if you're not. Cobran's Grasp from Wailing Caverns Lord Cobran is your best in slot belt and is free to obtain. Just takes a bit of farming, but it's pretty easy to farm this boss as you can literally kill him right off the bat and reset the instance. For your legs, you'll want the Chaucer's of Westfall, which is only obtainable by completing the long Westfall quest chain, the Defias Brotherhood, culminating in the obtaining of the Head of Van Cleave. This quest needs to be done prior to you hitting level 18, so be sure to get this done. These pants are absolutely insane for their level and they are must have. Use the Librum of Constitution for the 100 HP. The Silver Linked Foot Guards are yet another BOE item. Slap minor run speed on these because it's the absolute best enchant in the game, and if you don't use minor run speed, well then you're not gaming. Like, that's just how it is at the end of the day. For your rings, you'll want the Seal of Rin and the Protector's Band with Warsong Gulch rep. The Lavishly Jeweled Ring is also a nice alternative. If the Seal of Rin is not up to date, a few other options include the Blood Ring and the Demon Band. Now for the fun part, you'll need to collect some rather hard to obtain weapons to maximize potential. The first thing you'll want to grab is the two-handed Glacial Stone with Fiery Weapon enchant for the poor boys, or Crusader for rich shads. This is obtained from a very long quest chain called Renee's Cleansing, started by Renee Wolf Runner in Ashenvale. You have to be at least level 18 to obtain this quest, so the moment you hit 18, make sure to grab this quest and start completing it.
If you're a horde gamer, your only option and your best option is the Night Reaver. Has a nice shadow damage proc. Kind of matches the Glacial Stone, not quite as good, but as horde you're not able to get the Glacial Stone. It's an alliance only thing, so your best bet is Night Reaver for sure as a horde gamer.
For your sword and board set, you'll want to grab Shadowfang with Crusader preferably, and once again, if you're too poor, slap a fiery weapon enchant on it. If you're looking to cheap out and still be relatively effective with your shield set, you can grab the free Stinging Viper from Lord Pythas and enchant it with either Fiery or Crusader. As for shields, you have two options once again. Option A is the Bind unequipped Redbeard's Crest with +7 stam enchant. This shield provides you with more strength which benefits you the most, but personally I actually like option B for some of the other stats it offers and armor it has, as well as being a lot cheaper because you can get this for free for doing Black Fathom Depths anyways, and that is the Arctic Buckler. This grants you frost resistance which can help you to resist or partial resist frostbolts in PvP scenarios. This item is obtained the same way you get the infamous Greystone Scepter and it's completely worth the effort. In my opinion, since another quest has you go to BFD and this is also a free item, I would much rather just grab this. The +7 stamina is still the best enchant in this case.
You only have two trinket options here. The Arena Grand Master, which is obtained from the Stranglethorn Vale Arena. This trinket is an absolute pain to obtain. Personally, I've always been far too lazy to get this trinket. That being said, it's absolutely worth the time, as the shield you get from this item is massive, not to mention the percent dodge chance is nothing to scoff at. Be cautious around priests and shamans, as they can purge that 800 shield off, leaving you vulnerable. The second trinket you want to pick up is the PvP Medallion trinket that breaks you out of CC effects, which can be completed in a couple battlegrounds.
Every elixir is a buff to paladins, so I'll scroll through all of them. They are quite affordable, but if you're on a budget, take the ones that benefit your class the most. As for scrolls, you can buy and farm these if you desire, but in all honesty, it's not really worth the effort in my opinion. World buffs such as Warp Chief's Blessing, Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer, and the ZG Isle buff are amazing to get on such low level characters, but you can't always count on them. To obtain these buffs, you can park your Twink in the respective zones these world buffs are granted, and hope a raid group activates the buff. Or if your Twink is on a separate account, you can have him there while your raid group is grabbing the buff for themselves.
So taking a look at the talents, there are a few options. You get 10 talent points, so you can go improved Rend 2 into this, 5 in attack mastery, so then you can easily swap between defensive and battle stance, getting the disarm, keeping your 25 rage. It's definitely a decent build. Obviously, like instead of this, you could go, because Ren's pretty shitty and so is Hero Strike, you could literally just go 5-5 this, 5-5 this, but that's gonna leave you you're not gonna really have any extra damage. So I still think, like, even though Ren's kind of scuffed, it's a rage dump and you don't have anything else to use as a rage dump. So Ren, like, I think if you're gonna go arms, honestly, this is probably the best. Up to you whether you want 2% parry chance or a bit cheaper Heroic Strike. Heroic Strike can hit pretty hard, but it takes up your auto and it's going to cost a lot of rage. I honestly think you're better off using Rend and Sunder Armor. I personally think this is the best build. Cruelty, 5% crit into Unbridled Wrath, gives you a 40% chance to generate an additional rage point when you deal melee damage with a weapon. And if you equip the dagger, like a really fast dagger. So yeah, if you equip the Assassin's Dagger, the Assassin's Blade, I should have listed this in the weapons, but obviously we have it now, so you can see the Assassin's Blade is a good setup to go with as a warrior. 1.9 attack speed, hits pretty hard, good stats on it. You can easily start generating a lot of rage and then swap to your two-hander and dump the rage with heroic strikes. Definitely worth the investment. This is just straight up the best build, but if you don't want to rely on RNG, probably that'd make you tank. 5% parry chance, this would make you this is your strongest build against rogues here. 6% extra armor at such a low level with like how the percentage scales and how little armor you're gonna have. It's just not worth it. Like, you can also go that, but not many classes have that many stuns at this level either. Like, maybe you resist a Hand of Justice, but you're still gonna lose to the Paladin either way. So like 100%, just go this. Let's go this with every warrior. But I mean, if they have a lot of Paladins and shit on their team, I would definitely recommend one of these specs. Get Attack Mastery if you're playing Battlegrounds. So you can swap and disarm on cooldown. Disarm is a very powerful tool. Alright, so for some basic tips for warrior, honestly they're pretty decent in duels. Like I said in the class you pick guide. You're limited, you don't really have any rage dumps, but you also don't build rage too fast. So you're kind of, like, you're in Battlegrounds, you're definitely a really good peel bot. You're not going to be able to beat priests most of the time. Like, they just shield and too tanky for you, but other melees, like, you're going to beat druids, you're going to beat probably shamans too. Like, they're a decent class. You can also stance easily if you can take tack master. I personally prefer the other talent setup where you take just more damage, because there's really no reason to go defensive stance unless you just want to get a cheeky disarm. But good strategy is using your rage on sunders just so your autos hit more. Like, you can be a pretty tanky and annoying class, like just charging and keeping people locked down with hamstring and then swap and then interrupting them. That's why you want to have a sword and board set, because the interrupt requires a shield at this level, so it's definitely a must-have. Interrupting is one of the strongest things that Warrior can bring to a battleground. Yeah, basically just like pick on squishies that don't pick on other squishy classes that don't have a bunch of healing. Like priests, you're never gonna kill. You're gonna kill mages. You're gonna kill warlocks. You're gonna kill probably rogues. Like rogues are an easy matchup at this level for Warrior. You can't get stun locked. You can overpower. So like you're gonna just hit rogues pretty damn hard. Yeah, just anything. Even druids, like druids can heal, but you can grenade it and you can interrupt their heals. And druid doesn't really have a way of killing you, especially if you have an arena grandmaster. So you have a huge advantage there. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Next series are probably going to be like the leather wares. I'm going to cover Shaman, Rogue, Druid. I already did Hunter a long time ago. I might remake the Hunter one with some updated info and with my voice narration. I don't know, TTS is kind of funny though, so I might just leave it. There's some stuff I should have added to the Hunter guide, but I was new at making guides and my video skills were kind of shite back then. But hey, whatever, it's still up, 50k views, doing good. So yeah, next video will be probably Rogue, honestly. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that, and talk to you guys later.